Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Jessa Jeremiah, and we have a fantastic show for you today. We are going to be visited by the folks from Dane Buy Local. We're learning a little bit about technology, and right now we're going to talk a little bit about fitness. And I am joined by the owner of Summit Strength and Fitness. This is Keith Kubisa, and I'm so glad to see you.
Hey, thanks, Emily.
Thanks for joining me. So we are talking a little bit about Summit Strength and Fitness, and this is something that actually just opened in January, is that right?
Yeah, brand new.
Wow, very exciting. So why did you open Summit? What was your motivation there?
So I'm a climbing coach and personal trainer, and where I used to work, the climbing gym in town, I kind of ran out of space for what I wanted to do with my clients since we started to excel and kind of run out of resources. So to have control of what I was doing with my clients in a more specialized space.
Yeah, I think that's great. Well, you obviously are a unique type of gym. So let's talk a little bit about that. What makes Summit specifically unique compared to other gyms out there?
So you can go to a climbing gym and it's clearly just a climbing gym, and you can go to a fitness gym and it's clearly just that. And this is combining both of those into one. So there's a climbing wall right integrated with all the fitness equipment, so we can do stuff on the wall, workouts on the wall, and come right off and do workouts, off the wall, and just use the space, integrated with each other and not running from one room to the other.
Yeah, well, that sounds really unique because I have to imagine that to include an element of climbing in your workout probably uses an entirely different set of muscles that might be challenging to get otherwise, and also just a fun way to just have something different incorporated in your workout. But one thing that comes to mind is it might be challenging for some people to be able to do that. So what's the fitness level? Do you have to have some kind of background, or what do you recommend?
So we work with, so I have climbers, people in there just to climb, and then which we're working more refining the movement on the wall. And then we're also using it with people who necessarily don't want to become climbers, and just another fun way to work out, another fitness tool. So you don't have to have any climbing experience necessarily. And it's, a lot of people, let's say, I can't do a pull-up. Well, that's fine. Don't worry about doing a pull-up. Go pull yourself up the wall using these other tools, and like you said, to have fun, to change up your workout. So.
Slowly you'll start to probably build those muscles then, and maybe down the road can do a pull-up.
Yeah.
I would imagine is sort of the idea.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of just focusing, getting on the pull-up bar to do a pull-up, use your whole body on the wall, and it'll eventually come, and maybe it will eventually turn you into a climber.
There you go. I think that's fun. Well, I want to know a little bit about the workouts more specifically. So let's talk, you said sometime you're on the wall, sometime you're off the wall. What might a typical workout look like?
So the class that I really enjoyed, and that most of our clients like coming to, is the climbing fitness class, where that will do something off the wall that's a really high intensity movement, such as burpees. You get your heart rate really elevated, and then we'll get onto the climbing wall and try to get up the wall, or try to do a certain movement on the wall, staying focused, where your heart rate's elevated, and try to calm yourself down while climbing. And then a lot of core specific stuff, how you use your core on the climbing wall. So we'll do stuff off the wall, like suspension training instead of just sit-ups, because that's not applicable to climbing or anything we do in everyday life.
Right, yeah, there's not a lot of sit-ups happening in my everyday life, that's for sure. One question that I have about the workouts is kind of who is this good for? I mean, is this really young athletic types? Can you be a little bit older and newer to fitness? What's your thoughts there?
Yeah, and a lot of climbers I see aren't necessarily athletes coming into it. And we work with, I have clients from 8 years old all the way to, like this afternoon, I have some guys that are 65 years old.
Wow.
And I say they're not athletes, they slowly turn into athletes, but it's, if you don't want to be confined to a team sport or feel like there's a full direction, it's more individualized and a way to feel more athletic.
Yeah, well, all fitness levels. I think that's really great, and obviously a lot of fun. I'm going to have to check it out. This is Keith Kubisa from Summit Strength and Fitness. Thanks for sharing your business with us.
Thanks for having me.
We've got more Talk of the Town coming up after the break, so please stay right there. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. Thanks for tuning back in with us. We are going to talk about a fantastic program that, if you haven't heard about before, I'm excited for you to learn more about. We're talking about the Wisconsin Business World program, and joining us is Jack Orton, the program director. And I'm glad to see you.
Glad to see you too. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we love chatting with you. Now, this is a program and an organization that I have just fallen in love with over the years because you guys do such great things. So share a little bit about some of the new things that are going on, and then we'll get into some other things in a bit.
Sure. Well, we're vamping up for the Summer Business World program, which is our flagship summer program. Over the past 35 years it's been already, we hold 2 college campus summer camps. One, it's been historically held on St. Norbert's campus in De Pere. The other has been on the college campus of Edgewood College right here in Madison. In terms of what is going on right now, we're in the full season of the mini Business World program, which is kind of the condensed version of what our summer program is like. Our summer program is 4 days, 3 nights. It's where students run a hypothetical company from dawn until dusk, and they learn everything from the inner workings to Wisconsin's economy, to entrepreneurship, to the rise in the early days of Adam Smith and the free market economic model. And so the mini Business World program is held on site at high schools all across the state. And we kind of take over the auditorium, for example, and we have the kids kind of take over a failing hypothetical company. They kind of try and turn it around, and it's a lot like the summer program, but it's really packed into one day.
Yeah, what a great way to give kids, real world experience, because it is hard sometimes to translate the skills that you learn in the classroom to the real world. And this is such a great stepping stone because you're really faced with real life problems that could happen in a company, and a great way to set up some entrepreneurs potentially for the future.
Yeah, and we're finding that, we have students from all over Wisconsin participate in the Business World program, especially the summer program, and even in the minis are held all throughout the state. But we find that the most good that the program does is in the rural areas of the state. The curriculum is designed so that students that maybe don't have access to a very sophisticated business education curriculum, they come and they take over these hypothetical companies, and it's amazing what they discover in themselves. It's really awesome.
That is awesome. It's fun to talk to you about it too because you're so passionate about it, and I can see why. It's a really unique program and a great way to give all students, kids out there, access to that knowledge. Yeah. I love that. Let's talk a little bit about the summer program. So you said that Mini Business World is sort of mirrors in some ways the summer programs. Expand on that, and let's chat about when and where this summer's programs are going to be held.
So registration is open, regular registration. We opened early bird registration, which was way back in February, but now we're into regular registration. The first summer program that we're holding this year is at St. Norbert's College in De Pere. It is being held from June 18th through the 21st. The second is being at Edgewood College right here in Madison. It's on July 23rd through the 26th. Historically, we've only had about a week in between the 2 camps, but we found that maybe spacing them out a little bit more kids are able to participate in it. I mean, June 18th is right after high school, and it's also really close to Badger Boys and Badger Girls State, so we found that we were losing a lot of students by not being able to participate in the first program, so we spaced it out a little bit more. But yeah, the summer program is what our main event. The mini program only started in 2011. The summer program runs 4 days, 3 nights. It's on a college campus. Students get to work with business owners and business professionals from all over the state. We take them to local manufacturing businesses. We take them to local businesses in general and give them tours. We run them through everything from the early days of capitalism in Europe, medieval Europe, and then we run them all the way to the present day, the inner workings of Wisconsin's economy. We outline all the different terms, economic models that they hear in the daily news cycle, and everything that they need to be prepared for in the days to come, especially if they're thinking about not going on to college. We try and prepare them. We don't push college at all in our curriculum, but we try and prepare them and let them know about what is going on outside of high school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well said. I mean, I don't know how to close that. That was wonderful. Jack Orton, you are just wonderful. Thanks for chatting with us
Yeah,
today
thanks for having me.
about Wisconsin Business World.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We've got more Talk of the Town coming up after the break. Stick around. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. We are talking now about a little bit of technology. We're going to learn a little bit about cell phone and computer repair with Tech Plus. This is Brandon Booth, one of the owners, and I'm glad to have you.
Thanks for having me today. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so thanks for chatting with me a little bit about your business. So let's give folks at home a little bit of an overview about Tech Plus.
Tech Plus, a lot of what we do is cell phone and computer repair. We also do surveillance systems for businesses and homes. And we also do sales of used and refurbished phones and all your phone accessories.
So I think that's wonderful. So let's talk a little bit about, well, first of all, I didn't realize that there was a lot of room to repair cell phones. Obviously, computers, people know, but cell phones, sometimes you think, well, it's done, right? But you offer repair on cell phones and computers, and like you said, some accessories and things. So why would people come to you? Why Tech Plus?
Well, a lot of what the bigger companies kind of force you into by not giving you the option to repair, they kind of force you into having to buy and upgrade new phones. As to where we can save you money, you can continue to use your phone, you can continue to keep all your pictures, you can have all your contact information without having the hassle of changing everything. It's a lot easier and cheaper to do just an individual screen repair on a phone than having to buy the new phone again.
Yeah. I think that's great because you're right that it's not necessarily common knowledge, especially with cell phone companies. You often think, well, I need to get a new phone, and they're not inexpensive anymore with smartphones, are they? And the cameras and everything that they come along with. So device repair, you gave us kind of an overview, but talk to us a little bit about that. Any computer, any phone, what's sort of the guidelines?
We will take a shot at anything. And we will do everything we can to get you the most honest and affordable repair budget as possible on your devices. We're not looking to overcharge and empty everybody's pockets that comes through the door. We want to make sure that they can afford to come back the next time, that they get such a good deal that next time they break something, they're going to be thinking of us. And we do that. We have a lot of repeat customers already, and we've only been around a short time.
Good for you. That's great, and obviously a good business model, because we all have technology, and we all have technology that fails from
Yes.
time to time. So people will come back with that kind of a model and strategy. Okay, let's talk a little bit about time of repair. Now, I'm sure it varies depending on what kind of device you're looking at, how severe it is, but give us sort of some scenarios.
Depending on what the actual issues that are causing the problems of your device. General screen repairs we can do with 30 to 60 minutes.
Wow, great.
So you can sit down in the shop, you can just wait a few short minutes and we'll have the stuff done for you.
But what are we supposed to do while you're repairing our screen on our phone? Because normally
You
you'd
have
look
your
at
phone
your
to play
phone.
with.
I know, I'm just teasing. That's not your problem. That's great. Okay, keep going.
Most people make it through that little half-hour
Yeah.
time
You'll
with
survive.
keeping their sanity.
Yeah.
But we do have customers that are just, oh my God, what am I going to do? I don't have my phone for an hour. Or if it's something we have to order parts in for, especially, it takes a couple days to do. But generally, most people will go without.
You'll make
And
it.
if we have to put a loaner phone out there, we have no problem giving you guys a loaner phone.
Very good.
So we keep you covered.
Yeah, absolutely good. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about some of the just like price points and deals that you have going on. Anything in particular that you think folks should know about that you want to share?
Yeah, absolutely. Right now we have a great special going on. It's $59 for an iPhone 6 glass repair only. The best price you're going to find in town anywhere. We're beating all the repair shops out on it. We're beating Apple out on it. We are the place to come for your iPhone screen repairs.
Very good, because there's a lot of iPhone users out there and a lot of iPhone users that drop their phone.
All the time, every day.
It's not done. Real quick before we go, water damage, can you ever repair a water damaged phone?
A lot of companies, they don't even want to touch water damage. We will give it a shot at fixing your phone if it's water damaged.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, with water damage, you can't always be guaranteed of how long the phone's going to last afterwards.
Got it.
It's corrosion. Water and metal don't mix.
Yeah, that's tough.
So,
but give it a shot. You'll
we will
give
give it
a
a
go.
shot for you, just because we don't want you to have to go buy a new phone. We'd
Very
rather
good.
save you some money and keep all your data where it's at.
Very good. Well, Brandon Booth, I learned a lot. Nice chatting with you today.
You as well, thank you.
Thanks for coming. This is Brandon with Tech Plus, and we've got more Talk of the Town coming up after the break. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. Well, you may have heard of Dane Buy Local, but you might not have heard of this fabulous event that they put on in the spring. Right now, I'm chatting with Bethy Geisthart, who is with Dane Buy Local as the Membership and Digital Resource Specialist, and I'm just so pleased to have you.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us today. So we're going to chat a little bit about this fantastic spring event. But first of all, I want to make sure that viewers at home are familiar with Dane Buy Local. So tell us about the organization.
Yeah, so Dane Buy Local is a nonprofit organization based in Madison, Wisconsin, of all local businesses. It's a membership organization. So our goal is to connect all of the local businesses to consumers and then also together so they can do some business to business with each other then too.
That's so nice. You know, folks really, I think, enjoy supporting local, but it's also nice to see that local business owners have a resource like this to really connect and help grow, and the organization has really grown as well.
Right. They love
So
supporting each other and working together too, so it's great.
That's wonderful. Okay, this is a fun idea that you guys have. It's called Spring Celebration, and it's basically a neighborhood walk. So talk to us about
Yeah,
this.
so it's our annual fundraiser for Dane Buy Local, and the neighborhood walk is kind of similar to like what a wine walk would be. So it's based in State Street and Capitol Square, Atwood Avenue and Willie Street, and then Regent Street and Monroe Street. These are areas that are highly saturated with Dane Buy Local businesses and kind of just local businesses in general. So the goal of the spring celebration is that you would start at one of the neighborhood hubs and kind of walk along to every Dane Buy Local member that's participating, and you'll get a little something free from them. So it can be like a taste of, food or drink, or like a little sample gift item or something like that.
That's so much fun. I love that. Well, it also gives you an opportunity to sort of get introduced to some of these businesses if you've never been before.
Right, yeah, so you can visit some of your favorites that you visit a lot, or you can find some new places, and gives you an opportunity to go somewhere where maybe you haven't been in a while, or find a new place that you love.
I think that's great. Just a fun family activity too. Now, you mentioned 3 neighborhoods that this takes place. Say them again, and then chat with us a little bit about why these neighborhoods have been selected.
Sure, so it's State Street and Capitol Square, Atwood Avenue and Willie Street, and then also Monroe Street and Regent Street. So these are kind of hallmark neighborhoods of Madison, and we kind of selected them because there are so many local businesses. They show a lot of character of what kind of makes Madison what it is, and they're all unique too.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's great. Great neighborhoods to select from. And you can do one, or you can do all 3, right? So that's an option.
Yeah. So ticket prices, they're $9 for each neighborhood, or you can do $25 for all 3 neighborhoods. So you can either just do State Street, or you can, select 2, or go for all 3 if you are really ambitious.
You're ambitious, yes. Okay, that sounds fun. And, we talked a little bit about the benefits of attending the spring celebration already, but let's chat a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so with your ticket, you'll get entry to the event, and each place will have something free to give to you. So I know for a fact that Chocolate Shop Ice Cream is participating in all 3 locations. So the
hint,
ticket
hint.
actually kind of pays for itself in ice cream, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, what a fun way to just get out and support local folks. And chat with us a little bit more on your take. Obviously, being with Dane Buy Local, you probably have an increased appreciation for this organization and what you guys are doing, and of course are more in the know. So why do you think it's important to support local businesses?
It's so important to support local businesses because they're the people that live and work in your community. So rather than spending your money at a big box store where you don't really know where the money is going, or you do know where the money is going and it's not somewhere that you want, and these are the places that are really just kind of the hallmark of our community. They really make Madison and our area what it is, and just give us an opportunity to kind of show that off too.
I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, it's such an undertaking and a challenge and a leap of faith to start a business anywhere. But what a great community to do so in a place that cares so much about supporting local and a big thanks to Dane by Local for helping
course.
this.
Yes, we
this
love to do
cause.
it, yeah.
So nice to chat with you. So spring celebration is coming up just around the corner. Tickets are $9 for each neighborhood, $25 for all 3, and children under 5 are free. So what a
Yes.
fun event. Thanks a
Yes, great.
bunch. This is Bethy with Dane by Local, and I want to thank all of my guests for joining us today. We had lots of fun with you. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on Talk of the Town.